I used to feel a constant low hum of anxiety. It was the soundtrack to my life. A subtle pressure that tightened my chest when I thought about my bank account. A sense of being trapped by my own schedule, rushing from one task to the next without a moment to breathe. This feeling wasn't loud or dramatic. It was a quiet, persistent thief of joy and possibility. I wanted something different. I craved a sense of calm. I craved a feeling of control. I craved the freedom to make choices not dictated by fear or financial pressure. I knew a massive overhaul of my life was unlikely to stick. So I decided to experiment with tiny, almost unnoticeable changes. Not an overnight transformation. Small, deliberate actions, when repeated, compound into remarkable results. I was tired of feeling like my life was happening to me. I wanted to be the architect of my days. The anxiety I felt was rooted in uncertainty. Uncertainty about money, uncertainty about my career, uncertainty about the future. I realized, to reduce this uncertainty, I needed to build systems, small pockets of predictability. It began with one question: what is one small thing I can do today to make tomorrow 1% better? It led me to 5 specific areas creating stress. My mornings were chaotic. My physical health was an afterthought. My finances were a mystery. My skills felt stagnant. My days felt reactive, not proactive. Each area was a link in a chain of unease. Breaking the whole chain seemed impossible. But what if I could just weaken one link? Then another? Tiny positive changes across 5 domains would compound into less anxiety and more freedom. The journey started with a commitment. Not to be perfect, but to be consistent. 5 small tweaks for 1 month, so easy it was harder to skip than to do. Before I continue, if you want to master the hidden metrics of wealth that the mainstream financial system ignores, take a second to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another episode. The first change I made was to my morning routine. I set my alarm 30 minutes earlier. Not to become a 5 a.m. guru, but to carve out a small window just for me before the world could intrude. I did not check my phone. I did not open emails. I did not read headlines. Instead, I drank a full glass of water. Then I sat in silence for 5 minutes, focusing on my breath. This tiny ritual cost nothing but shifted my day. It became my anchor, a proactive calm before reactive chaos. It wasn't formal meditation, it was a buffer between sleep and the onslaught of information. That quiet told my nervous system I was in control. The second habit I added was movement. After 5 minutes of breathing, 20 minutes walking or stretching, yoga. The point wasn't intensity, just flow. Movement boosts mood, reduces anxiety, processes cortisol. Quiet plus movement meant I arrived to work calm and energized, and over weeks the habits compounded. The third tweak was tracking my finances, without a complex budget. For 1 month, I wrote down every dollar I spent. Every coffee, every subscription, every impulse buy. Not judgment, awareness. I made the invisible visible, and it was eye-opening. A month of data showed where money truly went. Not big bills, but the steady drip. Lattes, idle subs, convenience takeout. It wasn't guilt, it was empowerment. I made coffee at home. Over 100 saved monthly. Canceled 2 subscriptions, 30 more saved. Meal prepped lunches, saved money, time, and mental energy. That first month, nearly 200 freed up. I set up automatic transfers. My freedom fund began to grow. A buffer, a symbol, real security. I shifted from fear to stewardship. With less stress, I slept better, felt lighter at work, everything amplified. After 3 months of these 5 habits, my life looked different. Not outside, same job, same place. The change was internal. The constant hum became quiet confidence. I woke up calm and in control, had more energy, and a growing savings account. A small, promising side income emerged. Freedom followed, because freedom is choice. Waking early gave me time to move. Movement powered focused work. Planning ensured time to learn. Learning created new income. Tracking funded savings. Each habit supported the others. an upward spiral. Freedom is built brick by brick with small daily choices. Start small, almost ridiculously small. Pick one habit. Drink water on waking, walk at lunch, or write spending for a week. Commit. Be consistent, not perfect. Design less stress, more freedom, starting with one tiny tweak. If this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe for more.